progression and like why you work for Pervaiz? Like, what was like kind of the reason why you work for Pervaiz?
Okay, my name is Yonggao, Dr. Yonggao, and I'm a professor in computer science, and also I'm the department head of computer science department. The reason I joined the PVMU long time ago, that's 2002.
Wow, I was like,
Yeah, I got my PhD from George Mason University. At that time, I was looking around for a job, right? And Prairie NM is one of the higher institutions provide me interview. I come here interview, got accepted, and moved here and to this moment.
So you mentioned like a little bit of your education background. So like, I know you got your master's and your PhD. So like, where did you get those at? The same.
Okay, long story. Originally, I came from China, so I finished my bachelor, master, both in computer science, and then I did my PhD, first PhD in electrical engineering, also in China.
No wonder, because.
But electrical engineering is hardware, deal with hardware. After I got a PhD in electrical engineering, I decided to come over here. So I attended the George Mason University, now computer science.
Okay.
So I got my second degree in PhD, PhD in computer science. So I know I was trained both hardware, software, so that's why I can do all that.
Right. All right. So, are you have any like current specialization or research areas right now, or?
Yeah, I have several areas I like to do. I was doing, or right now I'm doing. I did a lot of work on the virtual reality, goggles, everything, virtual reality. And then I moved to the simulation visualization. You have data how to visualize it. Not only tables, numbers, but you can see that in 3D space, color, everything. So I did virtual reality, scientific visualization. Recent years, I do more on the smart systems, like smart sensor systems, smart apps. Because smart cities, Internet of Things, those are the smart because the technology changes. My research also changes.
Right.
So I do more right now. I do more on those smart systems.
So, like, what motivated you to become like a scientist? Like, instead, like, I know, like you mentioned, like, you just really love, computer science and electrical engineering, but like, was it like something like in your childhood that sparked, or like just a realization?
For me, I like the hands-on. I don't know like in the business. I don't know like MBA. I don't like things using your mouth much.
Right.
I like to the things you utilize your brain to the logical things, to the coding, all this math, hardware, so it's logical things. So I like that area, and I like to, especially like a coding. If you write something, immediately you can see the changes.
Right.
So also I love to develop applications which other people can use. So that's why I like this area.
Okay, that's cool. What are your high aspirations for students that you teach?
For my students, I always tell my students, especially computer science students, number one, keep it on a good GPA. Now, here, definition of good GPA means 3.0 or above. I tell my students, if you are able to get a good GPA, number one. Number two, you need to be a good team player. You may be very smart, but if you are not a team player, it's going to hurt you a lot because the new technology, new society, anything you cannot do it by yourself. You have to do a teamwork. If you join a Google, any project is a team. You cannot finish everything by yourself. You have to work with others. So first, good GPA. Second, a team player. Third, to be responsible. And I told my students, if you can do all these three, it's not you to search for a job. A job came here to search for you.
Right.
We have so many students right now. So many companies come here. They want our students. Now I have students hired by Google, Apple, Microsoft, Intel, and they want more from our students. That's I said when you come to the class, come on time, be prepared, and after class review, always be responsible. Do not cheat. If you cheat, you cheat yourself because you may get you may get a B or A, pass the class by cheating, but in the future it's going to hurt you.
Right.
So I tell my students, come to on time, be a responsible person.
Okay. That's true. That's very true. How does scientific training impact the way you think and see the world?
A lot. So it's because for the STEM area, everything has critical thinking. You think of things logically, and also if you are in this area, you are trained to find a good way to solve, to attack the problem. Especially for computer science, 1 + 1 has to be equal to 2. If you put a 1 + 1 is equal to 2.0, that's wrong. 1 + 1, like 1 add 1, if you equal to 2.0, that's wrong. It has to be 2, because computer science, integer, decimal is different.
Right.
If you put a dot over there, it's wrong. So therefore, it is really when you're trained by this area, you handle things very, very carefully. You made a tiny mistake, it's not going to work. So therefore, for the computer science, we are trained to be very, very careful. Everything we want to be perfect. When you develop an application, if you make some mistakes, forgot something, they are going to have a lot of bugs. You heard about bugs, and your program sometimes crash. That's the reason. That's the reason. So computer science, they are trained very, very careful. You have to be very, very careful. Very logically take care of everything.
Right.
If under this situation, because for some issues, the data maybe works on this situation, may not work on that situation. So you need to take care of all those different alternatives. Otherwise, it's going to have issue.
Right. All right. So, what is your ideal dream as a scientist? What do you want to get? A Nobel Prize or
that's way too hard.
That's way too hard.
For me, I love to interact with students.
Right.
2 reasons. One reason is that because students are always young. I'm old, so I make myself feel like I'm young, still young. Even I'm older, but it makes me feel bad. Second, when I'm able to teach students, every time when I see students, got it, I feel it's kind of accomplishment. I did something useful. Look at all those young people I touched. Every time when I see those students get hired by Google, by those big companies, they are making more money than us. I feel like it's kind of accomplishment. I touch those students, it changed their life, changed their future. I cannot be a Nobel Prize winner. That's way too big.
Well, that's too much up there.
For me, I just want to touch it, to be regular people, to touch regular students.
That's great. You have any encouraging words for students who are pursuing computer science or any engineering or STEM or anything?
First, work harder, and go to class, do homework. Focus on studying, maintain GPA, get out of here as soon as you can to make money.
All right. That's all my questions of the interview. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It was really great.
Okay, you're welcome.